Hi folks, I'm out today and we are going to explore the branch for the Bowhill Colliery line. So I'm out here with Davey, we've followed the line up as far as we can go. So we've already come up this way and we've cleared the kind of pathway for ourselves. So that the video doesn't have me just saying ow and whatnot. There was a video I did before when I did this part of the line, but my friend Jimmy had said there was a wee bit of confusion over the points and whatnot. It looked as if they had went up a gradient. So up here in among these bushes is the signal. I've seen it before, and the levers are still there and whatnot. It's really overgrown, but there's a bit of an embankment obviously that goes up onto it, and now that continues on straight along. The main line goes along that way, right? So through that kind of bit in the trees you can see the main line through there, but the branch cut off from there and come through this section here. So obviously it came down, and there's not really an embankment here anymore, but obviously it's come down a bit of a gradient and then goes along and through all these trees. So we're going to explore that, and obviously while we're here, Jimmy had also pointed out to me that one of the things that I noticed, right, so this here the last time caused me a wee bit of confusion. I couldn't work out what it was, if it was part of the railway, why it was here. It's just like a big bolt in the ground with something with a bit of writing on it, which can't quite make out. But what Jimmy said that is an anchoring point for some of the telephone pylons side of the railway. So on closer inspection around the area, there's a stump, well, a bit of a post in the ground. So doesn't look that thick, but it might have been kind of whittled down over the years. But that could be part of an old post that was here. Oh, ow. Don't know how many anchoring points it would have had, if it would just be the one or if there would be maybe two. I don't know. Or was that an earth point? Oh, I don't know. But don't see anything else. So walking in a wee bit. Obviously here, that leads to the line. So the signal point. And the line came in here. I've lost it, there it is. And there's the rail, and then Davey's standing on the other rail. And then the railway down that way. So that way, main line is through those trees. So occasionally, you would hear a train going by, but there's no one due to go by anytime soon. So we'll take a wee walk this way.
It's raining.
Yeah, it's okay, we'll dry. And you've got to keep ahead of the snips.
Yeah.
So like I said, the last time I made this video, I had started from the bridge and made my way up this way. And it just consisted of me trying to duck through bushes getting jagged by thorns. Oh, there's a train. I'm not going to see it. Well, I was wrong, there is a train due. So obviously the junction for this track has been disconnected. It's not there anymore. Right, you take the stick, Davey. So it's not too difficult to traverse. Obviously, whenever I'm crossing it, I stand on the sleepers rather than on the bridge. But with it being a bit slippy, obviously taking a wee bit extra care since it's raining. But the bridge is still here. And then, like I say, beyond these trees, that's where the railway stops. There's one of these posts that I was talking about. Look, Davey. Ah, he's right, yeah. Yeah. Look. So that thing at the bottom. So obviously, yeah. So whatever's inside that part will be, you know, the big bolt, and then kind of lumpy bit that's attached to. Technical term there, lumpy bit. Yeah, so this one's got 3 anchors. So there's one on the other side of the one there, one there, and then this one here. There you go. So I'm presuming there probably would have been a few of them along the way, but it's obviously too overgrown to be able to see any more than the one that's right at the end. So this is the the end of the track. Track stops there. It's gone. So the railway came up this from the bridge into this area where there was a junction around about here somewhere. Obviously show up in the maps. So the junction split into two. One route went that way underneath a bridge on the Lizy Brae, and then headed off to a pit near Colliery, and then the other route went that way through what is the Purvis site, the wood chipping plant, and comes out the other side. Okay, so this part of the journey, we are continuing from where the Purvis wood chipping plant is, down towards the bridge. Davey's got a couple of maps here. Yeah. So we'll continue on from here and see what we can find. Okay. So the Purvis site, they've kind of created this mound. Obviously the boundaries, they've pushed all the pushed all the surface up here and created this. So beyond that, we won't find anything. But the railway went from here and went through the trees this way. So we're going to take a wee walk and see if there's any signs that there has been a railway. So obviously walking this way, we've kind of seen a few bits and pieces. You see in between these, in between the trees at the base, you can see stones, and then here, where this tree's fallen over,
some stones.
Yep. So that'll have been track ballast from when the railway was here. So all this kind of moss underneath that will be a layer of stones for the track ballast. So these trees, obviously grown over the last 50 years, 60 years maybe, however long ago it was that they lifted the rails.
What happened? That wasn't there before. That wasn't there before.
Oh, it's just a tree root.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a pity. That would have been cool if that had been a rail. But no, it's just a tree root. But you're right, this is where those trees are. That's where the railway would have come through. According to the maps. And overlaying with the satellite view. Where the trees have been uplifted. You can see stones. And that one's got quite a lot. Got a few there as well.
Ooh.
Different bricks.
Dig it up.
So obviously, well, my guess would be once they demolished the pit buildings, they just kind of scattered it around the area, and then covered it with dirt. I mean, there's another half a brick down there.
And then how they do that? I'm attacking a tree. A couple sticks. Ow. I got a. Should put weed color on your feet. And then just walk through the putts.
That's a good idea. A lot of brick here.
There's a hole there. Wait, what
So there's maybe been more than just, you know, swept across. This has maybe actually been part of where one of the buildings were. I mean, the bricks. There's remains there that kind of go across this way. Beyond these trees, you can just see them. Some of the houses from a street called Bowhill View, and that was those houses are actually built on the, you know, where the pit actually was. The original entrance for the pit was in here, so I was thinking that maybe the wall had been cut down, so it used to be taller and then curved in, but it's been cut down since then. But I'm going to take a wee kind of closer look at that bit there, because there's something kind of just catching my eye with it. Not an obvious difference, but just looking at these stones here, you know, the weathering seems a bit more, well, it's like they've got an outline to them, whereas the rest of the wall, the entire rest of the wall, is all just kind of, I mean, obviously it's been filled in, you know, the cemented and the brickwork, but so I mean, when you go from here to here, it does change slightly. So I never really noticed that when I was walking up. But even the texture and the concrete, the texture between the two. So this is quite rough in comparison to this. It's a bit, not much smoother, but so this here could have been where the original, where the wall used to actually curve in, and this part itself might be entirely new. So the idea that this had been cut down, it maybe isn't the case. You know, it might have been that the wall curled round, they've cut it down and then built this bit anew. Because even the stones in the top look a bit more, you know, they're a lot more weathered on the top along there than they are here. So it looks as if this entire part is newer. So that would mean that then this here was the actual entrance to the pit. So this is one of the coal carts that was used in the pit. There's ones with the same kind of, I'm saying that, I think these ones might not be, they might have been recovered and then given the same numbers, because that's got, anyway, I'm not going to delve into that too much. There's carts like this down on the kind of the mud track that goes along the River Orr, and I was told that they were put there to stop further land subsidence into the ore from the Purvis plant, or whatever was there before Purvis. But this is one that's either the same or similar. So this is in honour of everybody who worked in the Bowhill Colliery. So all the people who made up the community around here, kind of fitting tribute for them. Not just for those who died. So over 300 people perished, according to this. So I mean, not just the 10 that died in the Bowhill pit disaster, but another 290 that lost their lives over the course of the 70 years that the pit was open. So just around the corner from the memorial, there's a wee bit of a hill that comes up here and comes into this wee kind of parking area, which, you know, I think they were planning on building more houses. But the old maps show that this area here, basically between, well, from the edge of this house onwards, taking up this whole house that's here as well. This whole area was where the big building that was in the previous photo, I'll pop it up again. Now that's where this building sat right here. So down here in this kind of area, that's where the sidings would have been, things like that. I think there was another building that was over that way, which you could just see in the edge of the photo. Obviously not a lot left here now. I mean, there's some brick remains I can see over there, just beyond. If I'll back up, you know, just there. It looks relatively old. It doesn't look like it's part of the new construction. And then every so often you kind of see, see bits of brick and that. But again, it's difficult to tell whether they're part of the new site that they built here and that they were planning on continuing to build, but obviously never have. I'm not sure how much date there is in the kind of tarmac road that's there. I don't know if that's been, you know, a more recent addition, or, you know, whether that was part that was originally here. And again, like I say, there's a pile of rubble up there as well. Get the phone to focus. So down there, another kind of mound of stuff, possibly from the old buildings. But again, what we'll do is we'll put the car back, and then we'll take a walk down this way, and then there's a pathway that goes down into Walls Green Park and comes out at the old railway. The railway would have come through, not quite where this path is, but would have come through where these trees are, and then came down this way, and then followed this path through here. So again, you know, you've got the kind of rough stones. See quite a clear embankment there. Pigeons!
Oh! Catch it. Sneak up on it and catch it.
No.
The mummy one, isn't it? Daddy.
And follow the pigeons.
Yeah.
Now don't be mistaken when you're watching this video. It's just wooden. Like the edge of the path. So this is Walls Green Road. There. The pigeon's taking us a tour. So these streets here was at one time called those two. No, those two. So these streets here, you can see marked there as come on. So there's the railway going along here. There's the railway going along here, and this is where the bridge was. So these streets here, 3rd Street, 4th Street, 5th Street, 6th Street, so there's even 1st Street, 2nd Street. That was the original Miners' Rows. So Jimmy, who's encouraged me to make this video, Jimmy remembers these houses being here, and then there's like 8th Street and 9th Street. So all these streets are all, you know, you've got Kirkburn Drive there now, and then these ones here. So continuing along where this path was, I'm going to walk along to where the railway bridge used to be, and I'm going to see if I can find somebody who's got a photo of the bridge which stood there. Oh no! Oh, there you go. Bye bye! Right, so here is this bit here, Davey. Yeah. This used to be, there used to be a railway bridge went across here. Oh. So when you went down, no, it didn't go down. This bit didn't go down. This bit's all new. So all this cutaway bit is all new. So there's railway fencing there.
Spikes on it.
Yeah, yeah. You usually get them at the side of the railways.
And then when you go to sit on it, you're like, ah! And you jump.
So I wonder if that's been there since the railway was here. Probably would have been.
It was.
Yeah. It's just never been replaced. So yeah. So continuing along from the.
I went to go sniff it and went up on the straw.
So originally the. You know, the embankment would have continued on at this height. Move my finger out of the way. So the pathway where the railway embankment was is here. There's now a kind of gradual slope that comes down, but it used to be a bridge that crossed here. I'll look and see if I can find any of the photos of the bridge when it was there. But these houses weren't here at the time, and that was a railway embankment at this side of the road as well, at that side of the road as well. And the railway continued on down towards the fields. So we'll take a walk along this path and have a look along there as well. So as the map shows, those houses are sitting on where the railway track actually was. So this here would have been part of the embankment. And there was a time when we first moved here about 17 years ago, bloody hell, when you would walk this path and there would be there was some of the fences that were here actually made out of railway sleepers. Sadly they're gone now. So at this point the railway would have cut in through those houses that are there, but there's a pathway at the back of the houses that we could take a wee walk along. So some of these houses here, their gardens have got got a steep incline in the grass, and that's the that's where the embankment was. Coming down here, so my sister-in-law's garden, it's got one of the, it's got a steep incline from the other side of the embankment. David, stay beside me. So we've got here, got part of the embankment. The Kirk burn is under here, but it's been piped, and so it's under there somewhere, and then continues on along here, or is it in between here and here? But basically the railway went up and into that field where it stopped. Jimmy says that there was a bridge that the railway went over to get over the burn before it was piped. He says he remembers when it was piped. He was a wee boy and remembers crawling through the pipes while the workmen weren't there. There's obviously no sign of it now, especially after these houses were built. There's just people been dumping stuff in there. So there we go. Done all the exploring around the area. Thanks to everybody who's provided information. Thank you to everybody who's provided photos, memories, and everything like that. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and share. And we'll catch you later.